Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss? Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
President Donald Trump is trying to bend the Federal Reserve to his will. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, August 26th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Late yesterday, President Trump posted a letter to Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook on social media. It said he would seek to fire her immediately. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the U.S. It raises and lowers interest rates to try and manage inflation. It's set up to operate independently of the White House. But for months, Trump has been pressing the bank's chair, Jerome Powell, to lower interest rates to boost the economy. Trump's letter cited his authority to remove Fed governors for cause. That means if there's been malfeasance or some form of dereliction of duty. Trump is accusing Cook of mortgage fraud. Cook disputed that Trump has the authority to fire her and said she wouldn't resign. If Cook is replaced, it could hand Trump a likely majority of governors who support cuts to interest rates. We are in brand new territory here. No president has previously sought to oust a sitting Fed governor. And this is the latest example of the Trump administration citing mortgage fraud to try and penalize, remove, or even jail people that Trump disagrees with. President Trump signed an executive order aimed at ending flag burning. That's number 2. Yesterday, Trump signed a number of executive orders on law and order issues. One was to end cashless bail across the country. Another pushed courts to reconsider the legality of burning the American flag. The flag order directs his administration to prosecute people who, quote, desecrate the U.S. flag. He also wants to detain and remove immigrants who have been accused of such behavior. Trump explained his feelings behind the order in the Oval Office yesterday.
All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy.
The act of burning the flag is protected by a Supreme Court ruling from 1989. Justices said then that flag burning is protected by the First Amendment. In his executive order, Trump asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to find a case that could challenge that ruling. The Supreme Court today is significantly more conservative than it was in 1989. Number 3. A key House Republican demanded documents from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. Representative James Comer is a Kentucky Republican and the chair of the House Oversight Committee. Yesterday, he subpoenaed Epstein's estate as part of a probe into the handling of the late sex offender's case. The committee requested a wide range of material, including a notorious birthday book. Epstein's former partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, allegedly gifted the book to him for his 50th birthday in 2003. It reportedly contains messages to Epstein from high-profile friends. The Wall Street Journal reported it included a raunchy drawing and message from Trump. Trump's base has been in an uproar since the Justice Department said last month that there was no client list in his files on Epstein. That contradicted what Attorney General Pam Bondi had previously claimed. Number 4. An Israeli attack on a Gaza hospital killed at least 20 people, including 5 journalists. Yesterday in Gaza, 2 Israeli strikes hit the same building a few minutes apart. Footage showed that the second strike killed reporters and rescue workers who had rushed to the scene. That was a witness yelling that there had been another strike in the same place. Journalists in Gaza said the attack hit a well-known spot where the local press corps would gather to try and get better cell phone service or do their live broadcasts. Among the dead were reporters and photographers who worked for the Associated Press, Reuters, Al Jazeera, and Middle East Eye. Israel has killed scores of Palestinian journalists in nearly 2 years of war. It has also banned foreign media from entering Gaza, leaving Palestinian journalists alone on the ground to cover the bloodshed. A rare human screwworm case was confirmed in Maryland. That's our 5th story. Put down your breakfast and let me tell you about the New World screwworm. This is a parasitic blowfly that feeds on the living tissue of warm-blooded animals and, in rare cases, humans. Screwworms have been largely eradicated in the U.S. for the past 50 years. That's according to the FDA. But recent outbreaks in Central America and Mexico are worrying U.S. authorities. Federal officials have been concerned that the flesh-eating screwworm could devastate the beef industry. And this month, a rare case was confirmed in a person who traveled to the U.S. from El Salvador. Yesterday, Maryland officials said the person recovered without evidence of infecting other humans or animals. Okay, you can get back to your eggs now. Number 6. African countries want to redraw the world map. Close your eyes, unless you're driving, and imagine a map of the world. You are probably picturing the Mercator projection. That style of map was created in 1569. It's crisscrossed by straight lines that correspond to constant compass bearings, which was very useful if you were a Portuguese sailor up to no good in the 16th century. But it also makes landmasses that are further from the equator look much bigger than they actually are. For example, Greenland looks the same size as the entire continent of Africa. In reality, it's 14 times smaller. So, earlier this month, the African Union joined a campaign calling for the replacement of the Mercator projection with maps that show Africa's accurate size, like one called the Equal Earth Map. To see what the alternative looks like, go check out our newsletter today. Find a link to that in our show notes. And at number 7, a new kind of private school uses AI instead of teachers. An AI-driven school is coming to Northern Virginia this fall. It's called the Alpha School, and it has a pretty eyebrow-raising concept. Students will study for just 2 hours a day using adaptive apps and personalized lesson plans. Then they will spend their afternoons on life skills, such as learning to ride a bike or financial literacy. Instead of teachers, they will have guides, and of course, the robots. It costs $65,000 a year to attend. Alpha School already has a few campuses across the country, and it's in the process of adding more. But it has run up against some opponents, like state education boards that say its methods are untested and unproven. So good luck to all the students heading back to AI school this fall. Don't forget to bring a shiny red apple to give to your algorithm. All right, you're all caught up. One more thing before we go. Think of how easy it is to spend $20 and then think about what you get in return. A lunch out, maybe, 4 cups of coffee, maybe 2 or 3, depends where you go, I guess. Well, right now, $20 will get you a core subscription to the Washington Post for an entire year. $20 for a whole year of access to exclusive stories, recipes, advice columns, and all of the reporting behind the stories you hear about right here. After that, it renews at $120. You can cancel anytime. Get this $20 deal at washingtonpost.com/subscribe. That's washingtonpost.com/subscribe. There's also a link in our show notes. This is our Labor Day sale, so it won't last long. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.